Well,
something about getting a flat and then they lost it in there and then you just saw it.
I don't know. Well, I've got a little project to do, everybody. It's a yucky rainy day, but my car is missing a outer wheel cover and center cap. So we were just seeing how they all go together. This is a new Buick LeSabre that we picked up for me to have as a daily driver. And it looks very ghetto with that front wheel cover missing. This is a certified twice grandpa car. It's an 05 Buick Century. And we decided a couple things right off the bat. As soon as I looked at it, these headlights get glazed really bad. And this one is very yellowed. And you start running these at night or anything, it's real hard to see. You can get replacements on eBay for anywhere from, you know, I don't know, $40 to $60 a piece on average. But we picked up a pair. We've already got them coming for about $115 from 1A Auto. And I bought parts from them before, so lifetime warranty, I figured they were a good place to go because I want to be able to see at night. New wheel cover. He was worried about a little chip. The guy had obviously backed into something at one point. There's a little line right here, but this whole back piece is about $65 to get, and I thought it's not really worth all the hassle for that tiny little chip because water's not really going into it that it's going to cause an electrical problem. So I'm headed off to the scrapyard because he doesn't want to go in the rain. He's going to send me.
That's why.
But I found this nice little tool in the trunk. It's all-in-one, and yeah.
All the rest of them have all 5, so
Okay.
you get 5, you're all set.
Well, we got lucky. We had that one missing plastic cap.
Look for that. You can go back if they have it.
Well, I've got enough money to cover it, but
take a picture.
yeah, I'll do a picture too. So, anyways, isn't it pretty? It's a nice like bluish gray, or like sometimes it looks green, sometimes it looks blue.
Sounds like they had different choices, and they had a different choice of sizes, so make sure you get it.
Yeah, this. I called the dealership, wanted $115 for just the outer part, and they couldn't find the inner part on their system, so I called a couple scrap yards and nobody had it. We found a couple on eBay, and they had been repainted versions of the same thing, but it's a pretty nice looking car. It has 147,000 miles on it, so pretty good. It's an 05. I think they said when we looked up on it that was the last year that they were making these. I had actually punched in on Facebook Marketplace about selling my old Buick and came across this, and I thought, boy, that's a pretty good price. And you know, went and met the lady, and he checked it out yesterday, came back and got me, and we went and picked it up. So this is going to be my new drive. All right, so I made it here to the scrapyard. They had a couple of bins already here of hubcaps, wheel covers, and things. I just think this place is so great. I've never been able to walk around because I've always had the kids with me, and I have to stay in the car so that he can go in. Anyways, you guys have probably been this kind of place, but it's a nice little show and tell for me.
Oh, you're gonna have so much fun doing this.
Oh, I think I'm better off just going and finding the car. Alright, so nothing in the poles that are already done. It's pretty handy that they got some of the stuff already parted out. I couldn't imagine. So he just told me out and to the right. Gotta find myself a row of Buicks. No, this isn't my Buick, but I'm telling you, I would mind having some parts off of this one. Look at that. This is just like mine. And yeah, it's got a blue fender and a blue bumper. I had black. This hasn't even got the right trunk lid on it. Shoot, look at this. Oh, he had to come and get some parts off of this. He's got a buddy that runs this place, and I think it's kind of handy to know about that. But look, oh, I could have that shot be my thumbnail and you'd all think that I scrapped the Buick or trashed it out. It's about the same condition as mine. Torn up rocker panels. I passed a fella. They're out here parting things out. What a day to be out here doing it, I tell ya. He just told me keep going up over the hill and I'll find a LeSabre here. So, I'm seeing other things. There's a Pontiac over there. There's a Bonneville. Oh, there's one. So they have some pulls. I called around, I looked on eBay. I just couldn't believe, we called this place and they said, oh, about $5. Trouble is, see, this kind of stuff starts happening. I'll check the other side. This is not a place to be out definitely walking around with your kids. And what's this one? A lot of them are already without tires and wheels. So we'll see if we can find anything. Yeah. I'm so sad to see them so crumpled up, this place. Somebody loved these cars when they were brand new and cleaned them and polished them. I think I gotta start checking the trunks because that seems to be, the trunks are open and they threw parts in there. Well, that was a good half an hour actually looking for just the wheel cover. They have a whole section bin full of pulls that were already there and I didn't see what I was looking for. So I went out into the yard. I wasn't finding any luck there. If you kind of saw what was going on, a lot of times the tires, a couple of tires or rims would be stacked up under a tire to get it up off the ground. And then all the tires and wheels and things were stripped off of the car because a lot of tires, get stripped off. They come in on a car accident with a lot of really good parts otherwise. So a lot of good running cars were brought in here. There were guys in here with old minivans that were pulling parts and stripping them for the company itself, and that's like their work vehicle or work truck. Then they can just put everything in the minivan to keep it dry, and they're out there in the rain. I mean, we have had probably 24 hours or better of rain right now, so there was just standing water through that whole place. I did wear the right footwear for this, but let me show you what I got. So I'm in good shape now because I've got my hub cover and the center. Picked up a roll of chicken wire, 25 feet of chicken wire, 3 feet tall, for $10 for the both of everything, and I am well on my way to getting that car put back together so it doesn't look so ghetto. It's actually a really nice car and I didn't mind walking around and exploring and seeing all this. There was a bin of pre-pulled parts, wheel covers and things right by the door, so I didn't even have to go out to the yard, but I didn't find what I was looking for initially. I ended up finding these on a bottom rack where there was just a few odds and end pieces, and I just didn't have any luck out in the yard. So as you can see when I was out there, a lot of the wheels and hubs and tires are gone off of the cars already. That's because they sell the used tires here. So many of them come in with low miles that have been in a car accident, and they make a lot of money off of tires and things like that. So super good. I'm glad I was able to come because this was $100 online and I ended up spending $5 for the part. The cheapest one I could find one online with shipping was going to be about $50 total, so I had to come close by to pick him up a muffler for the auto car dump truck. This is the kind of stuff that we have to do on rainy days so that we can keep on track on the days that it's not raining and have our field work done or our farming and our planting, anything else that needs to get done. So I got to get out of here and get over to the truck parts place before they close because everything is on a shortened timetable schedule and we're just trying to get as much done in a day as we can. So here's the thing. This wasn't on all three of them. It was on one. And I took this cap off of a worse outer thing. Oh, and this was underneath it. So I thought I better take that with me because maybe it helps that stay in place. It was just a weird little deal. The guy gave me an extra plastic cap also. It's in there on the floor.
This one's better.
Well, I just thought I better grab it because if it's important in any way.
Is it a lock washer for these?
Well, I don't know.
Let's look at another one. I wonder if it goes behind those black wheels.
Yeah. So I'm back from running my errands. I had to go see about some truck parts for him.
It goes in here.
See? Yep. I thought, well, it wasn't on the others because the others didn't have the center caps in them. That's
Would you
why.
like to tell what happened and where it happened to you
What's that?
with your truck part?
No.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. He sent me to, what's it called?
Road equipment.
And we called ahead of time. They told us $50 to $60 for a muffler for that auto car dump truck. You know that doesn't get regular road use. It's just bothering him that it needs a muffler. So an elbow was supposed to be $40, $50, $60.
He quoted the muffler at 60 at the most. It turned, and then when the girl got there to pay for it and pick it up, and the guy that was on the phone
Who's me?
wasn't there, the muffler went from 60 at the most to 80.
Yeah.
The elbow, the exact elbow, went from 40 to 57.
Yeah.
And the step clamps went from 10 to 17.
So I thought I was going to go in there and spend like $80 or $90. And the guy tells me the total is $153. So
Well, you should have had to spend 60 and $120. And it ended, and then they wanted 80, 57, 17, and 17.
Yeah.
That's not 120.
well, so anyways,
You left.
I went out to the truck. The guy had given us some paperwork about another muffler, and I said, let me call him about this. And I called him and I said, hey, this is the price he's telling me on the muffler. No, that's not right. So I go back in and they said, no, you told him 50 to 60 on this and this much for this. And no, I can't do that. The elbow cost me more than that, and I can take a little off the muffler, but not that, you know. And he's telling me how all essential worker they are to Meyer and everything. Well, they're just billing people whatever and
This is
telling you a different price when you go and pick it up.
Time at the company, every time somebody goes to pick something up, that's why I gave you the prices before you went in.
Yeah.
This is not the first time. They quote the guy in the office or in the shop one thing, and then somebody else comes to pick it up, and they jack the price on every single thing up, and it's never in your favor. They always add more to the price, so it's on purpose.
Well, and I could see like, you know, oh, we were off by 10% or something like that. But, you know, a
50%.
$30 price difference.
50% of the, if it's a mistake, 50% of the time it's cheaper than what they told you, right?
Right.
100% of the time it's more. That's theoretically impossible.
Yeah.
So we won't go there again.
So I did a good thing on this anyway, though.
Yeah. Well, you did a good thing on that. You left without buying the part.
Well, if I wouldn't have pulled that off of the separate cap, the cap out of the center, I wouldn't have known about that ring.
That must be what keeps it tight. There.
Look at that.
No more ghetto.
Looking better. I like it.
So
Oh.
we're gonna get these in the mail. And then if you could find a touch-up date for whatever they call this.
There is a blue Buick Century there exactly like mine, and the front fender and the bumpers are perfect.
The little, whatever this is called.
Yeah.
There's a little spot by the door, a spot on the hood, and a little one right here.
Yeah.
Now, if this is clear coat, which I guess they are,
Right.
maybe all these would come out. I don't know, but if they won't,
Yeah, well this you can see he got into a little trouble. And that's probably why they waxed it. You know, well, it made it look good anyway.
whatever. Okay, there's a little girl that wants a ride in the new car.
Okay.
So,
All right, we'll take you guys for a test drive, but I'm not driving. My head hurts. This weather, oh, the barometric pressure changes like this, and everything is flooded. Let me walk you guys over here and show you. So this is typical flooding for us when we get these kind of issues. The low part of the cow pen floods really bad, and it comes up over the creek over there. And this is usually totally dry. You can see where our fence corner is. That drops off to the creek probably 4 feet, but it's running across that southern field over there. Hello girl. It never fails, they end up having babies in this kind of weather. I passed some baby calves and they were all laying out in the heavy rain, no shelter at all. I try to have some shelter. I actually just was looking at a livestock shelter somebody doesn't want for their horses anymore, and I thought that'd be perfect for these guys, but I don't know about trailering a couple livestock shelters over here. Oh good, Jack fed the cows. Well, the cattle. I texted from away from home and these guys are, it's just so wet, isn't it guys? Yeah, you gotta eat. Gotta eat, cows. How are you? Are you ready for the freezer? All the butchers are full. Can't get rid of these guys. You can't take them to the auction and get anything for them. So, yeah, I was hoping to be able to get rid of them. This is so wet. Oh, my sump pump is running in the basement and it drains to right about here. See this? Super wet, cuts right across the field, and this is going to take weeks to stop and dry out because we've still got like a week full of rain coming. But look here, we've got ryegrass popping up again. Got a field full of mustard. We have not been able to get to this because we wanted to do the primary field first. This is only, the whole thing was 5 or 6 acres, and it's probably only, the whole field is probably only 5 or 6 acres, and we could just do the upper section and leave that, but you don't want it going fallow and having weeds spread either. Well, at least I was able to go on my milk run and get my milk, but I will tell you that Dodge is rattling awful bad these days, and the cab corners have gotten worse, and I don't want to drive it out on the road anymore. It's okay if we have to do a straw delivery or something, but it should just be on the farm. I don't think it's roadworthy enough for me. I don't want my children to lose their parents. It's not worth being cheap or being that frugal to lose your life, so it's time for a good sturdy car when the pickup truck gets so bad. So we're being safe, we're thinking.